This is Driver Power 2020, the survey that finds out what you think of new cars and what they're like to live with. Tens of thousands of car buyers across the UK gave us their feedback in a study that takes into account everything that could possibly matter. The questionnaire was split into 9 main categories, covering the engine and gearbox, exterior design, interior design, practicality and boot space, ride and handling, safety features, MPG and running costs, reliability and build quality, and finally the quality of the infotainment tech. So let's not mess about and dive straight into the 10 most satisfying cars to own in 2020. There might even be a couple that surprise you. We love the Skoda Superb Auto Express, and this strong 10th place finish for the brand's big family car shows that you guys agree. It's got one of the highest ratings in the survey for practicality, with owners of both hatchback and estate versions loving the endless rear legroom and its huge boot. It also scored highly for the overall design of the interior and gave strong showings in the build quality and running cost categories. The Hyundai Ioniq comes in 3 different versions: a regular hybrid, a plug-in hybrid and a full electric version. And whichever owners went for seemed to go down a storm. The Ioniq finished 4th overall in the engine and gearbox category, and buyers loved the infotainment system, in particular its slick smartphone integration. If there's one thing that you weren't so keen on, it's that split rear window. It might help to boost the MPG with its slippery shape, but also makes it hard to see out of the back. The Lexus IS has been around for what seems like ages now, but its 8th place finish proves that owners still find them more satisfying to own than a BMW 3 Series or an Audi A4 in the long run. Aside from a fiddly infotainment system, owners scored the IS consistently high across the main 9 categories, with the best reserved for the ride and handling, engine and running costs. The Toyota Corolla has always been a byword for reliability and dependability for decades now, and after a brief switch to the Yaris name, it's back and it continues the trend again. But it's a driving experience which owners love the most, rating its ride and handling higher than any other car in the survey. Skoda's second appearance in the top 10 is a great showing for the Czech brand, and the Kodiaq SUV scores well in similar places to the Superb. Interior design is its strongest point of all, and drivers rate the Kodiaq's visibility higher than any other car in the survey. Practicality, infotainment and exterior categories are all strong areas for the Kodiaq, while a smooth ride manages to keep everybody calm and relaxed on a long drive too. We're going to have a little interlude here before we run through our top 5 so that we can talk about reliability. Every car in our rundown was also marked by its owners based on how many faults it had. Now this overall score can include any sort of fault, which means anything from just a wobbly bit of interior trim to a full-on breakdown and let you stranded at the side of the road. So, what came out on top? Maybe the Toyota Yaris? Well, you'd be close, but even with just 5.7% of owners reporting faults, it didn't come top. No, the most dependable car of 2020, with only 3.4% of owners in our survey reporting any sort of gripe at all, was the Ford Kuga. Hats off to Ford. But there also has to be a less desirable title of the least reliable car too, and that goes to the MG3. Nearly 36% of owners reported a fault of some sort. And now to the final 5, which is kicked off by the handsome Mazda CX-5. Style inside and out are areas where the CX-5 scores strongly, but the cabin isn't just handsome, but you say that it's well built and spacious too. Mazda's SUV is slightly let down by engines which lack a little power, but at least it's not a problem having to work through the gearbox, as the auto is smooth and the manual box is brilliant. Under the skin, the Kia Niro is related closely to the Hyundai Ioniq, so it's not a surprise to see that both score quite similarly. However, the Niro's roomier cabin means that buyers love its practicality a little more than the Ioniq, and the hybrid system's potential for tiny fuel bills mean that it's cheap to run. Of course, you can also get the brilliant electric version too, which offers a real-world range of around 280 miles. Taking third spot is the Lexus RX. To show you what a brilliant all-round performer the RX is, there were just 2 categories in which it failed to finish in the top 6. One was running costs, where buyers expected better fuel economy from the hybrid powertrain, even though this is a big SUV, and the other area is very much proving to be a Toyota Group weak point. As with the IS and the Corolla, owners found the infotainment system frustrating to use and lacking in smartphone connectivity. 10 or 15 years ago, it would have been almost unthinkable to see a Peugeot trouble the top 10 in the driver power rankings, let alone finish a brilliant second overall, but the 3008 is built on its promising 7th place finish last year and crept even closer to the top. Style was a 3008 strong point, but so were build quality and reliability, with very few owners noting either mechanical or electrical glitches. Petrol or diesel, owners love the 3008's engine lineup, and that's set to only get better with the introduction of a plug-in hybrid model at the start of 2020. So here it is then, The 2020 winner of the Auto Express Driver Power Survey is the Kia Sorento. It's been a brilliant showing for the Kia and Hyundai group this year, with its cars taking 3 of the top 10 places. You love both the Sorento's interior design and its practicality, ranking it higher than any other car in both categories. Owners also reported that the Sorento's seats are the comfiest of any car available today, and that there's plenty of space in all 7 of them. The infotainment system is great and the ride is comfortable. Overall, it's just a brilliant car to live with. For more info on the top 10, plus a full rundown of the best 75 cars in the survey, this week's issue of Auto Express is on sale now and has all the details. Or you can order a downloadable copy instead, which you can find out more about in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the Auto Express channel and click on the bell icon to receive notifications as soon as we upload new videos.